Okay, so you just graduated broker school, how to become a business loan broker, and you're wondering why you don't get into repeat business. You're wondering why you can't even close a loan. You're wondering why your clients can't even stand you. And I want to remind you about this one really important thing that you probably didn't learn or you were never taught based on the course that you took is people do business with people they know and like. This is an old sales lesson that I learned a long time ago. And I'm here to share it with you, especially as it pertains to you being a business loan broker. You need to understand, one of the number one ways that your business is going to grow is through repeat business. Word of mouth is one of the most effective ways of marketing. You know this if you own your own business, but if you don't, you should understand word of mouth is probably the best way that you're going to grow your business. It's free marketing. It doesn't cost you anything. But again, in order for previous clients, in order for them to refer you to new business, new people that they know, they don't want to refer you to somebody and they have also a negative experience based on what they had with you before. So you must be likable. That's the whole point. That's the reason I'm making this video is on top of you understanding the LTV, minimum and maximum loan amount, minimum maximum credit score, you have to be likable when you're communicating with your clients. It's a very important skill in addition to just you having some empathy. If you haven't watched my video when I talk about how you need to be empathetic, you want to somewhere around here, I'll put the video on there so you can be able to watch that video. But I've came up with a list of, 5 reasons why it pays to be likable at a business loan broker. And the reason I came up with this is I just got off the call and I realized I do this subconsciously. I don't even think about it, but I want you to think about it. Before you're able to do this subconsciously, you have to know and kind of know the steps on how to do this. Number one, let's just kind of go over all these different skills or the 5 reasons why I think that it pays for you to be likable and kind of the traits that you have to have when you're communicating through email, especially when you're having that initial call. It's critically important when you're having that initial call for you to actually make an impression, okay? You have to make an impression. I always tell people you only have one chance to make a first impression. So, and it has to be a memorable experience whenever your clients speak with you initially. You have to leave them with a little bit of hope. You have to leave them, they have to think highly of you as well after they leave their call, because you're almost like, you're the business doctor. You're the one that's gonna solve all their money needs, okay? Money is critical. We need money in order to survive in this day and age. So let's kind of just go over a few things that I've came up with that I think you need to be considering whenever you're communicating with your client. So the first thing is, take a genuine interest in your client, okay? And again, I know we tend to only focus on our world. And as a business loan broker, this is probably gonna be the one thing that you're gonna fail at if you only focus on the world that you live in, as far as you looking at these lenders' criterias, looking at these credit scores, talking this lingo that you talk to as a business loan broker that most people don't really understand, investment, equity, interest rate, whatever. Normal people day to day, they don't speak like that. So whenever you communicate with them, you have to take a genuine interest in them personally, and you have to take a genuine interest in what they're telling you, because we tend to only focus. We know when we get into that call which programs we have to offer. We know the minimum and maximums, the criteria to qualify, how to submit them. We know everything, but we have to shut the fuck up when we're on that initial call and actually take a genuine interest and listen to the client. Listen to their business. I've made a video about business plan is not important. As a business loan broker, when you get on that phone, I can literally ask you 2 or 3 questions and tell you immediately which product you're gonna qualify for and be able to, tell you which documents I need from you to gather in order to get things moving. But life doesn't happen like that. We're human beings, okay? And people have to develop a certain level of trust before they trust you, their social security number, bank account, tax returns, and all this other crap. So we have to build rapport. And in order to do that, you have to take a genuine interest in that person that you speak with. You have to listen to them, literally listen to them and listen to what they're saying. Give them some feedback. When they're talking about their kids, ask them how old their kids are. Ask them if it's a boy or a girl. Share a little bit of experience, some common ground that you have. Maybe if you have, I have 3 boys, like I have 3 boys myself. Boys are great. I make a joke sometimes, you have 3 girls. Oh, I'm glad I have boys. Girls are a headache. Be human. God damn it, shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't just be focusing on what you're going to say instead of actually listening and taking a genuine interest in what your clients are sharing with you and what they're expressing to you, because you just don't know. And people love to talk about themselves. Entrepreneurs also are some of the most stressed people that there is, because they're always trying to figure out a solution to a problem, and they're always trying to put out a fire. It's a constant thing. So taking a genuine interest, being that counselor, if you can be. You know, I've had people tell me all kind of stuff, you know, with going through a divorce, you know, when I have to listen to them when I'm trying to help them fix their credit, or there's so many different challenges that most business owners take into. Please make sure that you're taking a genuine interest and listen to your clients. Remember how many kids they have. Remember their birthdays. Jot down their anniversary dates. Send them something special on these days. It goes a long way, because people like to feel special. People like to feel important, okay? And use that to your advantage, all right? The second thing I want to bring up is be easy to talk to. There's a few don'ts that you want to stay away from, especially when you're having that initial conversation with your client. Of course, stay away from religion. Do acknowledge it if they bring something up. It might be Easter. You know, what are you doing for Easter weekend? Are you doing something with your kids? But stay away from it as a general rule unless the client brings it up. You can't ignore it if they bring it up. You know, things like political asides, you know, that's some of the things that can kind of get a little bit sensitive. So stay away from things that could be argumentative. You know, and that leads me to this other point, that you don't want to be that guy that is very argumentative, especially with your client. You have to be agreeable, okay? Because we're making a video here about how to be likable. So you have to understand the role that you're playing. This is not a date that you're on. You're trying to earn that person's business. And I don't take anything personal when it comes to my clients. I will work with anybody as long as you have a legal business. But you don't want to lose clients because of your political beliefs or your religious beliefs or any of these things. Of course, be you. Don't just agree with everything that they say. And don't be one of those people that always tries to one-up you know, the client, or I went to school in Harvard, or I went to Yale, or, you know, I have this car. Nobody wants to talk to somebody that, you know, anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Be somebody that is easy to talk to. Be somebody that somebody can share their interest and their opinion, and you can ask very key questions, because it's almost like a date. Whenever you have that initial conversation with your client, you're trying to get them to talk a lot more about themselves. Because when people talk about themselves, they like the person that they're talking to, okay? They have a tendency to kind of trust that individual a little bit more. And that's what you're doing. You're building rapport and you're building trust. And you know, so be somebody that is easy to talk to. And in addition to that, show some empathy. You know, I've talked about that before. I've made a whole video about empathy and how it's important for you to have some empathy as a business loan broker. There's going to be a link in the description. I'm going to show you that video. You want to check that video out, because you don't want to just be out here just talking all crazy and everything. I talked to you about some best practices on how to utilize email communication, text message and phone communication as well. So you want to check out that video. So show some empathy. You know, and empathy is completely different than sympathy. Sympathy tend to separate you from that individual. Oh, I'm sorry your parents died. Or I'm sorry that you know, you got rained on and you look like a wet dog. Or I'm sorry. It has this sense of separation. While you have empathy, empathy brings you to, you know, together with somebody. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been there before. Or you know, my kids were running late to, it's another Monday. I know what you're talking about. You know, it's happened to me. Empathy brings you there. Empathy puts you in that person's position. So anyway, listen. Okay, that's the other point. Listen. Don't listen with thinking about your response. Don't listen with an intent to always respond. Listen to actually understand where they're coming from. Okay, and if you don't understand, ask them again. People love to be asked questions, I promise you. And people love to be asked questions about them. People love to be asked questions about it, talk about their business. All business owners are passionate about what you do. If you're a business owner, if you're not passionate about what you do, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Go get a regular job, okay? So most businesses are passionate about what you do, and clearly most people are gonna be passionate to talk about what they're passionate about, okay? So make sure that you're listening, literally listening, with an intent to listen, not with an intent to respond. And also make sure that you ask them questions. And then lastly, be more assertive, especially towards the end. You know, as I told you before, and with the knowledge that you've gained, especially if you've gone through the right program, Broker Solutions Academy, link in the description. If you didn't learn from those other guys, you should know and be knowledgeable with exactly what to communicate with the clients about. You should be knowledgeable and have the knowledge of 3 Paths to Lending, free book, link in the description. Make sure you download it, where you can ask the right questions to the client to guide you through what the best product is for their specific needs. So at the end of the call, if you ask the right questions, you should be able to kind of have an idea as to what they're going to qualify for. And all you need to do is just gather and assess their documents to see what they qualify for. So that's another thing that I want to point out there is be assertive towards the end and tell them, let them know that you know what you're talking about. Let them know that you are certain that you have the prescription, you know, to what they're talking about. And that is the whole objective of that call, if you really think about it. For you, it was for you to build rapport and to gain their trust. But for them, it was for them to end that call knowing that that guy is going to help me with my challenges when it comes to funding. So these are the 5 things that I want you to focus on so you can be more likable as a business loan broker. This video is brought to you by our sponsor, Broker Solutions Academy. There's going to be a link in the description. We work with people that are interested in becoming a business loan broker. We have a very comprehensive business loan broker course, and we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to become a business loan broker. Our mission statement is we help business loan brokers understand and simplify the various funding solutions that are available in the marketplace so you can properly serve your clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a referral partner. This video is also brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, and that's where we work directly with entrepreneurs and also business owners to help them get funded. So if you're looking to start, grow, or even expand your current business, Pennington Consulting Group, there's going to be a link in the description where you can go ahead and schedule a time. And like we always say at Pennington Consulting Group, our goal is to help you reach your goal. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.